Hello, this is Pixels 4. So that's part 2 of our Geon's Constructicons, which I'm actually going to move on to Hook. Now, where that one is was packed with, was part of the Commander class sets, it's, I think, for the sake of consistency, I'm going to review them separately, along with, the mostly accessories that the set comes with, and to that Hook, along with Longhorn, is packed in their constructor vehicle modes. Also, for the sake of consistency, I'm going to start off with the Royal mode. I will be doing the same thing with Longhorn, and for another non have the railroad ended off with the ultimate when it comes to look at long haul. So anyway, so we got the second of the second in command of the Constructicons, or Bob Buddy asking originally tended to be leader of the Constructicons from Generation 1 car difference. And this is Robert, as usually got the strike scheme, line, car scheme, with some black mixed in, so on the face, red on the eyes. There's also a bit of light grey. So a lot more grey than the other Constructicons, and there is this attempt to try and make the legs all cut. It's mostly grey, just so a little bit of. So I think just so this of having a simple, it's more, sort of a bit more stylized. Good, and it says it looks how like his mental look. See, the torso looks is a bit weird of how it's been engineered for the but torso mode, which I'm not going to show off. Let's say it for when I get into service itself. And so the back, he cleans out very well, pretty well. Again, torso a little bit clunky, but it's well as you. There's something missing. I'll actually get to that accessory later. It's yes. So sounds and articulation. The head is ball jointed, so you can rotate 360. Well, actually, only 360 degrees. I mean, just because of the. So I think if you flip these out, actually no. Go. Try to up and we roll it down. So the arms, so you can rotate them 360 degrees. So you may end up moving the flaps out of the way when you're rotating the arms. I think I might have gotten the arm a bit stuck in the process. There we go. Yeah, 60 hinge of the transformation. Doesn't look like. I'm just trying to get them rearranged. The biceps, so just like with Big Master, it's here rather than there. It's which it just doesn't really look that good to me. It ruins the sculpt a bit. The L, so double jointed up like so. Unfortunately, there's no race rotation due to how due to the transformation. You can make the figure do the splits. I'm trying to get the arms out of the way as much as again. The splits, and you also get I'm going to. Pretty good. Okay, get it all here like so. To touch the process. Make the figure sit down like so. Can make the legs kick back like this, or like that of the knee. And you do get some thigh rotation. So there we go, so mostly got the standard here, there's got the notable lack of waist rotation along with wrist rotation. It comes to accessories, so you do get the crane, which is a detachable speeder. And it is meant to work onto the battery. So you also get ports on the hands, on the forearms, on the soles of. It's meant to be on the back. You can leave it on at all times if you wanted to. Any parts forming. It does allow Herc to look more traditional since he has to spins out the crane just slapped on his back like so. But I personally don't do that. I actually don't give him crane. Yeah, just get a bit of a cleaner robot mode. Unfortunately, due to this tagging in the way, can't. So well, actually haven't. So left arm. So you can actually. So haven't been some sort of battering ram. So there is that. You also get his gun, which has the scope on it. As a magazine on one of the more interesting design guns, I would say. I tend to have. This the ports. One slightly nicer size. So there, so you can do that like so. And making hook left hand there. Yeah, just there we go. So that's where. So robot mode. So now it's time to move on to the transformation. So with the transformation, it's a simple but pretty enjoyable to say. Now, when it comes to the hand, so I think you're meant to have it's like this for now. Now, so you just said that they actually covered up, but actually tell them into the force like so. Moves the tab down on it. Now this. Oops, this is mainly meant for the upper torso mode. What you definitely have to do is that there's a slot on top of the back of the forearm, which will go to the tab underneath right zap. So it snaps into place. Let's do the same thing with the other side. Okay, so now what to do is so flip up the shoulder flaps. Then you have to detach the backpack. Try pulling onto. So, oh, okay, just detach it. How goes to back? So there's a tab underneath the back which will go to the slots at this section. Alright, so move this process and suggest so on the upper torso modes. So I think I just have to keep it up like this for now. All the yarn, so I should mention that gives them a gun rotate. So the face is going to be visible. So you just double Let's move both top, bottom inch down. Actually, bottom inch up, top inch down, I should say. Well, what's going to happen is that there's the tab at the other side of. So we'll go to the slots at the side there. Snap it all into place. And do the same thing with the other side. Oops. There we go. And then what's going to happen is that to need this, so there's two slots to these two tabs on from. Let's move it higher up actually, and just get it snapped into place once you have it all lined up. So there we go. It's all in place, and now you just move these shoulder folds back down. Now we move on to the legs. So what you have to do is you detach the front shin panel, which has have a connect, and then you do that with also there's a slot which will. So there's tab right here, so it's this one. See, and then you move it up. And then what you do is that with the back part of the shin is that you have these two hinges, which you move the, I think both hinges up for now. So, touching, trying to. So. So, middle inch down, I think. There we go. So, yeah, just so, and now it would be that there is a tab to the inner side of the floor, which going to. But now, if you have it on forward, you would be able to actually, so if I get this, so move it back, so, I already cooperates. Actually fully go into place, so as it says, it's not all. But if you tuck it in, it's not going to tab in place, which would apply that the bit. It's I think I just prefer the how to tucked into place, and you're doing the same thing with the other side. Oh yeah, this is also a slot that's to tab at the midsection of the torso. Yeah. This one's actually a bit more being a bit more cooperative. Also, you have two corresponding tabs and the shin, so it's what allows you to. Once you've got it all lined up properly, it should be that. There we go. Snaps into place. And now what you do, you can't just leave the crane shot mode like this if you wanted to, or to complete the look, bring in the crane. There's a use the peg, attach to the port. And there we go, got Hook in his crane truck mode, which looks great. Yeah, it's meant to look, still get the striking load of purple colour scheme. Actually, might as well, the hook of the film out a little bit. Because we can. And now, of course, you can see Devastator's head on there. It's sort of the right-hand side, but it still looks great. So, of course, a little bit of a, it's sort of side-to-side movement of the legs, and well, on the sides, you can pretty much see nearly all the top half of the railroad, but even more so if you have the hands of out. And his head is right there. Fortunately, you can't cover up the face. Because that's, I can roll. Rolls pretty well, I would say, which is nice. I can't see the gun, so I think there's a, oops, I guess you can if you wanted to charge it near if you want to match the gun. Actually, I think crane articulation, that's something that I should mention. Can engine down in the bit of a stiff hinge, that would allow you to rotate it on 360 degrees. It can also extend, so pulling out the purple parts like so. You can also get a hinge joint for the hook. So first it's going on, which is cool, and then so it's a fairly well articulated crane, I would say. Just trying. There we go. Shorten out, and it lines up with itself. The gun, so there's only one place to. You can put it onto the sides if you want. Well, actually, no, you can't because of the magazine getting in the way. It's better be that you use the ports at the right hand side of the gun attached to this peg. That's the left hand side of the crane. Up and it worked fairly well, I'd say. And there we go. That's pretty much all I have to say about Hook. Overall, we'll say it's a pretty good thing. It has a good road mode. Looks, and the transmission is pretty good. Transmission, do get the strike. Purple colour scheme works very well. The gun is crane is well articulated. I feel when it comes to the issues that I remember, there's some aspects of the road that could be done better. So figure relax. There's some door plating going on, which is nice. I'm going to give GR2 Series Hook a 7.5 out of 10. So it's all have mixed.